Hello. Thank you so much for tuning into this message, and I hope it finds you well. This is your girl, I'm back with another reading for the Venus and Pisces transiting the 6th house, okay? This is for Libra energy, sun rising, or wherever you have Libra in your chart, okay? But this is for Venus and Pisces specifically transiting the 6th house, whether at the beginning or towards the end. Oh no, we're not about to do this. Libra. Am I gonna have to cuss you out? Let's see. 6th house has a lot to do with jobs, routine, and hard work. Okay. Virgo is connected to Vulcan, and the Vulcan is a manufacturer of like a blacksmith. So it is basically taking one form of earth energy and transforming it into another form of earth energy where it is, beautiful, it's shiny, it's more useful to the humanoids. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. That's what we're talking about right now. Okay, so we got 3 questions we're asking at this time. So where's your money success? We have the Emperor, you being in control, you being an entrepreneur, you being self-employed. That's where your money is right now, okay? So what are you attracting? 5 of Swords, a lot of conflict, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of shallow victories, okay? And what's your shadow work or your trigger? Is you trying to hold on to all the monies, but they need to be reinvested into something else. Or someone trying to take your money, rather, okay? So overall energy for Venus and Pisces transit, we have the 2 of Ankhs, okay? This is about a soulmate connection, okay? So there could be conflict between you and the soulmate about job-related issues or what you're doing with your time every day. They may see you the way that you want to be, which is an entrepreneur, self-made, self-employed. But the conflict with the 5 of Swords here is that what you're attracting is that you are talking about something, but you're not actually doing it. So that may be causing the conflict is the inconsistency with the Aquarius energy right here in the middle. Is you already know what it is that you want to do, but you may not be sharing all that information with everyone because you're trying to strategize your win on your own, which can make sense why the trigger or the shadow work that needs to be done is this 4 of Scarabs, because you feel more empowered that way. But is it your ego? Is it egoic? Is your ego a factor in this? Because if it is, that's not true power. True power doesn't come from the ego. True power comes from being in tune with your soul. And the Queen of Scarabs, Queen Nefertiti is underneath. So this may have to do with your mother. Could definitely make sense because we have Cancer energy here. But 6th house, again, this could also have to do with health. If you're having stomach issues, this has a lot to do, like being careful not eating too many spicy foods. Make sure you're exercising, getting some fresh air, because you need to ground your energy. You may be very scattered about how you're going to attract being self-employed or being a business owner, and trying to work out your finances may be what's triggering or causing you to have anxiety or to be up in arms with your relationships. You're trying to figure it out on your own. But if you have someone, clearly you have someone here that's able to assist you, why are you not taking the opportunity to listen? Okay, so we got the Hangman. Okay, so the Emperor is on pause. All right, 5 of Swords, we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, you may feel betrayed. You may have felt betrayed in the past by this person, which is why you don't want to take their advice too quickly or too swiftly. And you got the 4 of Scarabs at the bottom, which is, we got the Lovers. Okay, all right, so this could be a battle of, I feel like it's a battle of egos, like who's going to make more money or who has the money. A true soulmate doesn't care about any of that. It's just about what's going to work for you. They're trying to support you and be there for you. But if you're going to block them out and dissolve your own relationship because you're not where you're wanting to be at this time, you could really damage your relationship that way. At the bottom, we have the Chariot. Yeah, this is about you being victorious, okay? How are you going to be victorious if you are not taking action towards the thing that you truly want? So the Hangman is about sacrificing. So you may be sacrificing for your mother or a mother in particular. You may be sacrificing you making power moves and causing conflict within yourself. You may be betraying yourself for other people who are not even sharing their money with you. They're not even giving you anything, but you're doing your best to try to help them. And this could be vice versa. It could just be the person who is the caretaker, or you could be the caretaker in your household, but it's like you're not getting the same energy you're giving, and there needs to be a balance in this. Intuitively, with the Chariot and the Two of Cups at the bottom, you know that, but you're also feeling like your closest people will feel betrayed if you give up trying to be the man ego, if you give up your ego and actually invest in yourself, that, you know, they might not look at you the same way. They may look at you as being powerless. But the people who really truly love you and care about you are not going to see it that way. They're going to be inspired by you. Even if it may take them a minute to completely understand, because you haven't communicated what your plans are. You're just killing each and every plan that you have for yourself to try to make everybody else happy, but at the same time, you're growing resentment within yourself. That doesn't make sense. So, what advice do we have for the 6th house Venus? Okay, we have 2, which I feel like you need, okay? So we got the Tiger, protection. You're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. Yeah, you maybe have to be the one to speak up with this 5 of Swords and tell people the truth. With this Gemini card here, you may have to be the person to stand up and tell people the truth. You've been waiting and holding back a lot, okay? And I feel like it's getting to the point where you're angry, but you're the only person that's designated to, you know, communicate whatever it is that needs to be said or done. That's why you're being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you're capable of doing so. Trust that you've been instilled with the right motive, the right information, and the right, you know, plan of action to take, okay, when it comes to the 6th house energy. So the other one we have here is Platypus. Stop complaining. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life, okay? And I feel like that'll help you with this trigger. The 4 of Scarabs is triggering you, because it's like some people keep calling, they want something from you, they want something from you, they want something from you, and it's like, it could be children. I feel like it has to do with children. Like, you may need more from the other parent, or the other parent may be asking more of you. And it's like, you don't have it like that. And you don't want to let your child down or your children down. But at the same time, it's like you're on your way. But somebody else might be like, okay, well, why are you not doing this? Or why are you not doing that? Why can't you do more of this? Why can't you do that? And it's like, it's putting you in a position where you feel pressured, but it's because it's time for you to step up and provide the leadership, okay? Now, the only true leadership you're providing for, number 1, is yourself, because you're your own vessel, you're your own family, your whole body is telling you what it needs and what it wants first, okay? So we want to work in this from the inside out, okay? So whatever is showing up on the outside as being I want to say disconfigured or discombobulated, has a lot to do with what's going on the inside. So if you're trying to move forward, if you're trying to move forward to a victory with something, especially if it has to do a relationship with someone who is not the father or the mother of the children you're with, if you're trying to move forward in this relationship, it's going to take you to be the leader in the situation and let the other person know that, you know, whatever y'all had in the past, whatever plans y'all made in the past regarding your children has the ability to change. And it doesn't mean that you don't care about your children or you don't want the best for your children, but it does mean that that person who's trying to hold you to some standard or some plan that you guys had made probably years ago, even a year ago, and now you're involved in a relationship now that kind of has you on a pause to actually try to reconstruct how you're going to manage, getting to your success, taking care of your responsibilities, and being useful to whatever plan of action you guys created. You may have to restructure that plan. Okay? And you may be afraid of the backlash that this person may give you. But I mean, you can't hide. You can't hide out and think the problem is just going to go away. You have to deal with it. You have to confront it head on. I could definitely see this as even with your own job. You may be waiting to tell your boss something, or your boss may be waiting to tell you something that could kind of put a huge conflict of interest. Or it may be just a huge conflict of interest with you in the company, and you're afraid to, take all of your creativity and your ability to, make gold out of straw. Like, you're that person, right? So everyone's looking for you to continue to be that person, but at what expense? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to continue to be that person when it's not balanced enough? Okay, the 6th house has to do with self-care and self-nurturing just as much as anything else. Like, you have to be one with yourself before you open that door to relationship, the 7th house, right? So Venus in Pisces is asking you, transiting the 6th house, is what are some thought patterns or some forms of criticism you're receiving from other people that kind of stop you from being true to yourself and honoring what's actually going to make you feel secure and stable to turn things in your life from straw to gold. Okay? You may need to do more reconnecting with yourself at this time. Queen of Scarabs here at the 10 of Ankhs. And then you have the Ace of Scarabs. Yeah. I feel like you're on your way to something new. You're on your way to building something new. But that can only really take place if you stand up for yourself, because you'll be protected when you do. And then you need to stop complaining and focus your attention on all the blessings in your life. Because if you're willing to sit through, what's that saying? I forget who it was, but I think it was Zora. I think it was Zora who said it. Like, if you never speak up about, all the oppression, they gonna sit here and think you liked it. Okay? And sad to say, even in, abusive relationships, if you don't stand up and say that you're being abused, or if someone doesn't speak up and say anything about the abuse that they're experiencing, the person who's doing the abusing is going to think it's okay. And that's not right. So someone has to be the voice, someone has to speak up, and that may just be you. It's up to you to turn straw to gold right now. And you can do it. Venus in Pisces is all about dreaming and being so completely blindly in love. So be in love with the fact that you can make straw into gold, and then watch it happen every day. This is something you got to work on every day. Stop complaining and know that you are the leader of your life. And you, my love, make straw into gold. I feel like you need to be more on the defensive about your children because they need you. But that may require a different part of you that requires you to boss the fuck up in a way you haven't done before, because you've been allowing things to go on and continue because you felt like you didn't have the power or the say-so, but you really do. You really do. And if you don't do something quick, they will suffer. They will suffer. Okay? So, figure out where the hole is. Figure out who's nagging you the most, and if it's helping or hurting, and do something about it. Okay? And stop complaining and be grateful for the blessings in your life. Even during the most darkest times, that's when you got to be the most grateful. Sounds counterproductive, but it's actually the biggest blessing you can give yourself, is to continue to be grateful and appreciate every single little thing, even when it comes to abuse. Find something that makes you happy, grateful, appreciative. All right, and that's my message for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope it found you very well, and until next time, peace.